Welcome back. Every week we pause and reflect because capital campaigns, especially in small towns, aren't just about buildings or budgets. They're about people choosing to be generous. This podcast explores the beautiful space where generosity occurs through ancient and modern writings from all cultures and religions, seeking deeper wisdom for capital campaign work in small towns. Whether or not you are just starting out or you're deep in the middle of a campaign, these 5-minute reflections will ground you, encourage you, and remind you why this work matters. Today is our final episode in our series on authentic giving and avoiding transactional approaches. We've discussed the difference between transactions and authentic giving, donors demanding transactional approaches, and the roots of loneliness and guilt in transactional donations. Finally, when we give authentic giving opportunities, the donor experiences joy throughout the generosity cycle during a capital campaign. The writers from centuries ago understood things about human nature, about giving, receiving, and gratitude that we are just now proving with brain scans and research studies. So today, I am reading 3 quotes from the Buddha. Quote, "If you knew what I know about the power of giving, you would not let a single meal pass without sharing it in some way." He goes on, "Giving brings happiness in every state of its expression. We experience joy in forming the intention to be generous. We experience joy in the actual act of giving. And we experience joy in remembering the fact that we have given. Therefore," he states, "teach this triple truth to all. A generous heart, kind speech, and a life of service and compassion are the things which renew humanity." Unquote. There is something beautiful about discovering that ancient wisdom and modern science keep arriving at the same truths. As a reminder, you can go back to the series on neuroscience and giving to hear the science. These quotes show something that we often forget during capital campaigns. Giving isn't a burden we place on people. It's a gift we offer them. Think about your own experience. Remember the last time you gave something meaningful. That warm feeling you got? That was your brain releasing actual joy chemicals. The quote reveals this beautiful truth. We experience joy when we decide to give, joy when we actually give, and joy when we remember giving. Triple joy. But here is when we make an authentic gift feel like a transaction for a donor. We work so hard to capture that first moment, getting someone to say yes, and then we disappear and start talking to the next donor. We forget about joy number 3. We abandon our donors before they can fully experience what they've done. When we follow up, when we share about the campaign and construction progress and the donor's impact on that progress, when we help donors remember their generosity, we're not just being polite. We are completing their joy cycle and start celebrating it throughout the campaign. Let's reflect on one question this week. How might your follow-up conversations change if you view them as helping donors complete their joy cycle rather than simply maintaining relationships throughout the campaign? Share this podcast if you enjoy these 5-minute reflections and subscribe to receive these reflections released every week. To explore small town capital campaign coaching deeper, visit servingnonprofits.com. See you next week.